Thousands of black working class have turned out to reject xenophobia, scapegoating of migrants and NGOs for the housing crisis and to unite around demand for housing for all. And for more on this, we're now joined in studio by Siyabonga Mahlangu, who is the General Secretary of the Innercity Federation. And he's here to tell us more about the protest that took place today. Siyabonga, thank you so much for joining us here on the late edition.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Of course, today you as the Federation for, general workers and basically those in the inner city of Johannesburg, you took on a protest in the city of Johannesburg. Tell us more about that.
We decided to go on the street like today because on the city's response, they are saying that we've got no problem as the inner city resident to be removed from the city, but that's being stopped by some so-called NGO. Is that the language that they are using? Today we were showing that no, we are the ones who say no, we want to remain within the city because we're residing within the city because we've got some purposes that brought us within the city. If they can take us to Soweto. We are street traders, we are informal domestic workers. How can we make living when we are far away from the city? So today we're just saying that city belongs to us as the poor people. We've also got the right to stay in the city. City must do their work. They must also fulfill our rights that arise in the Constitution of South Africa and from some other piece of legislature. So it's what we're saying to them today, that they must not run away from their responsibilities. They must act towards their responsibility.
Are you saying that you want to live in dilapidated conditions in the city of Johannesburg? I mean, because this just takes us back to the fire in which we saw not so long ago in the city of Johannesburg. I mean, even the conditions that many South Africans or even those, living in those conditions, a lot of foreign nationals, really, they were not humane. Are you saying you want to remain living in those dilapidated structures in the city of Johannesburg, or do you want better housing and affordable housing for the residents in the inner city?
We want to live in a better living condition, but due to failure of the city, that's why we remain in such buildings. Even though we're within those buildings, we are calling upon them and say, guys, come forward. Let us work together and try to improve the condition of the buildings. We've been trying to engage the city of Johannesburg since 2017 when ex-former Mayor Mashaba was there. Nothing happened. We escalated the mayor, our concerns to Deputy President's office and also to President's office, but no response from them.
Why is it so important for you and your organization to highlight some of the problems that as people who are living in the city of Johannesburg are facing? Like you're saying that you want better living conditions, within the city of Johannesburg. You're even further taking it a step further and saying that even the likes of even Soweto, why is it so important for you to highlight the problems that you are faced with, especially those living in the city of Johannesburg?
The problem that we are facing, it's a lack of basic service delivery. Even though we are trying to call upon the city, let's do something. They will deprive us to have access to water, electricity. Like this week, during the week, the city of Johannesburg, they were running around disconnecting people's water. In a way that they were not informed. Nothing was given to them to say, guys, look at this particular date, we are intending to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they are also even failing to comply with their own bylaws that they are there. Municipalities Act, Constitution of South Africa. There are so many challenges that we are facing as the inner city residents, and those challenges, they are being imposed to us by the city of Johannesburg.
What would you say, Siyabonga, is the root cause or the root problem when it comes to the housing crisis within the city of Johannesburg?
We can put forward the corruption. That's number one. Number two, the ones that are having, they don't care about those who doesn't have. That's the problem. I think you'll remember the statement of Mayor Mashaba. He made it clear that he doesn't want to see any poor person within the city. He wants to bring in private investors. They want to make money. They started even their program that was 84 building prospectors. They started that whereby they want to take out people from those buildings and put their own people, of which we acted on that. Even some other investors, they came to us and say, guys, what is happening? Because we were told that you and the city are on the same page. We said, we've never been consulted. We only saw what is happening, as you saw that there was SABC and there was that conflict between us, you and SABC.
At the same time, Siyabonga, today you held this protest within the city of Johannesburg. Did you, take your memorandum to the doorstep of the city of Johannesburg? And, when it comes to the time frame of your demands, when are you expecting a response, by the mayor, Kabelo Kwamanda?
They know about the situation for a very long time. We're only expecting a response from them within the period of 7 to 14 working days. Failure for them to deliver, and then we'll see what we can do. Because we've got some plan in places. If they fail to do so, what we are going to do as the inner city residents.
All right, then Siyabonga, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for highlighting some of the issues that you face as the Federation of the Inner City in Johannesburg. All right, that is Siyabonga Mahlangu there, who is the General Secretary of the Inner City Federation.